Hey YouTube, it's Kelly from Ready Set Drone, and we've been doing this drone review thing for about a year and have had some fun with it, but we were pretty excited to receive a note from Adam at GearBest, and Adam said he'd like to have us review a drone for GearBest. It is called the Tarantula. So if you're afraid of spiders, you might not want to fly this guy. But if you don't mind spiders and like drones, then the Tarantula might be the one for you. I don't know yet because I haven't tried it, but let's pull it out and take a look. All right, there it is, the Tarantula. Gonna say it comes with some extra props, charging cable, and a screwdriver. It comes with a radio. Looks like a pretty standard little, 4-channel radio. We'll see what size batteries it takes. You know, it's nice, you don't have to unscrew this. A lot of these radios, there's a little tiny screw up here and you have to unscrew the back. This just slides off, which I actually really like because I hate having to unscrew the back of those. And then, looks like it's got some prop guards here. Let me cut these out. Boom, and there's 2 prop guards. Looks like some landing gear over here. Pull that out. Goes on the bottom. These do kind of resemble spider's legs a little bit, so I can see partly where it gets the name. Get the other prop guards out and actually take the bird out and cut the little cable that holds it. And you know, I don't see a camera, so I'm gonna assume that maybe you can put a camera on it. I don't know, I'll have to read the manual and see what it says about that. But you know, it's plastic. Kind of a cool color scheme. It's pretty lightweight. I'd equate it to about what the SEMA feels like. Looks like the battery is inside there, and I would be curious to see if it's got any juice on it, on the battery right now. So you do have to use a screwdriver to get the battery out, it looks like. I think there's a screw back here. Let's see if that's really the case. Yeah, so I'm gonna unscrew this little guy right here. Yeah, it's a tiny little screw, and then I'm going to slide that back. Yes, so you do have to unscrew it to get the battery out. And, oh, you know what? It looks like the battery just wasn't plugged in, so maybe when I plug it in, it will have some juice. Usually these batteries come with at least a little bit of a charge, so we'll plug it in. Oh, there we go. Yeah, look at that. It's looking like it wants to bind. So I'm going to go ahead and push it back in here. The battery compartment is pretty tight. And it does slide on there, and it does look like if you really want optimal door close, you should use this little screw that it comes with. So I'm going to put that back in there. And it does come with a screwdriver, which is nice. Screw that back in. Okay, and let's see, what size batteries does the controller take? It looks like it takes a AA's, 4 of them, so I'll go grab those. Okay, back with 4 AA batteries. So we'll pop this guy open, put in 1, 2, 3, and 4, and close it up. And let's see, I'm going to go ahead and turn the Tarantula on first. So there you can see the lights blinking. Turn the radio on, and I'm guessing binding is probably up and then down. Yeah, okay, I might have guessed right. And then, there we go. Kicking off a lot of wind. It's definitely got a little bit of power for its size. It's very lightweight. I mean, like I said, it feels about like a SEMA X5C, and handles pretty well. Now the landing felt a little rough because I think because these landing skids are a bit bouncy, but let's take it back up. So yeah, it's kind of Try the yaw. Oh, the yaw is fast. And I'm guessing this is your range, high and low range. Yep. So the left top button changes it from a lower flight, less aggressive flight. Push it again and it gives you a little more aggressive. Push it again, it beeps 3 times and it's pretty aggressive. It's indoors, so I can't really fly it that aggressively. And then I'm gonna guess the right button is your flip. I'm not gonna flip right here. I'll take it outside and try that. So yeah, just kind of got it off the ground. It's pretty controllable. Like I said, really fast yaw, which, wow, I've never seen a yaw quite that fast. That thing really spins. Look at it go. And bouncy landing gear. I mean, that just thing goes boop, 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 boop. So I'm gonna take it outside and fly it around a bit and put it through its paces and see what that's like. Okay, I've got the Tarantula drone quadcopter here in my hand from GearBest. Got the battery fully charged. It's kind of a breezy day, as you might be able to tell from the prop spinning. So small quadcopters like this don't tend to do too great in this kind of wind, but we're gonna see how it does flying around a little bit. So I don't have the landing gear or the prop guards on because I find in wind those things just act like sails and they cut your flight time and make it less agile. So I'm gonna give it a try without those two. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn it on, put it on a level, fairly level surface, turn on the radio, run the stick up and down, and then take off. So right now I'm flying in low mode, which is the easiest mode. The top left button you push and it flips it into higher mode, which is better for fighting the wind. And one more, 3 beeps, and you're in the highest mode, which is really good for fighting the wind. This thing's actually doing pretty well, and I have to say the yaw on this thing is incredibly fast. I've never seen a copter that yaws that fast before. It also can flip, so let's see, there we go, there's a flip. It's kind of high. Try one a little bit lower. Yeah, and boy, it recovers nicely from flips, even in this wind. It really doesn't lose a lot of altitude. Now, one other thing it's supposed to be able to do is headless mode, which is, I believe, this top right button. And yeah, I'm in headless mode. However, I didn't have it oriented the right direction when I took off, so it actually messes me up. So you can really feel that wind pushing against it. And man, I really like how aggressive you can fly in the high mode. It really gets down after it, as you can see. And it's probably a 12-mile-an-hour wind that it's fighting against. Most little quads don't do that well against them. One more flip, bring it in. Whoa. Wind's trying to push it into me. Flip it forward. Now again, I'm flying in highest mode right now, which is the mode that it really fights the wind the most in. And yeah, it's pretty fun. Like I said, check out this yaw. I mean, how often do you see a copter that yaws that fast? Whoop. Now I'm gonna try and bring it back against that wind. I kind of got a little crazy there. But it sticks its nose down and just goes. I mean, check out that thing going against the wind. Bring it in here, see if we can do a nice slow hover into the camera. Try not to hit myself. Do a little speed test. That's against the wind. Here it comes with the wind. And it'll go with the wind. I don't even want to get it going too fast or I'm afraid I'll lose it. And again, checking out that yaw, that's pretty amazing how fast it spins around. See if I can do some little pirouettes. Pretty bright LEDs. I mean, it's bright sunshine today and you can see the copter pretty well. See if I can do a low flip. And surprisingly easy to keep oriented, I guess because it's so small, and because the yaw is so quick. If you feel like you get out of your orientation, because I'm not flying in headless mode, I'm flying in regular mode right now, it's pretty easy to figure out which way it needs to go with those red LEDs in the front. Won't do a double flip, or at least I haven't gotten it to yet. I'm gonna try and run this battery out. Oh, caught in the grass. Well, it really, when you yaw it really exaggerates the stopping of a couple of the blades. In other words, you can see which ones spin and which ones stop in order to make the yaw work. The yaw is almost too fast. I wonder if the yaw is affected in the rate. So I'm going to go back to beginner rate. Yeah, the yaw is a little bit slower. So I guess the yaw is actually different depending on which rate you're in, which is unusual. Most copters, the yaw stays the same speed even if you're in an advanced flight mode. See if I can catch it. There you go. Tarantula. So, my thoughts on this thing. First of all, it's between probably 60 and 80 bucks on gearbest.com. Number two, it's very agile, great yaw rates, bright LEDs, it's bright outside. Flies really, really well without the landing gear or the prop guards on it. Very agile. It's a little bit of a pain to get the battery in and out because it has this little screw, so you have to keep a screwdriver with you. It comes with one, but you know, I don't know why they can't just make this thing snap open and closed without a screw. Only comes with one battery, which is a little bit of a bummer. So without landing gear and without the prop guards on, I got about 8 minutes worth of flight time out of this thing and pretty good wind. Fully charged battery, so you know, that's not bad. The instructions say 5 to 6 minutes, but I assume they're compensating for the landing gear and the prop guards. But the remote allows you to do a couple things. It's got 3 ranges, a low, medium, and high, depending on your skill level and how much you want to push it. I was flying mostly in high today because of the wind. It also has the flip ability. It has headless mode, which means that no matter which way it's oriented, you can fly it from your own perspective. It's an easier way to fly. I don't recommend learning that way, but it is good for beginners. And then it does have an attachment for a camera, although this one did not come with the camera, so I really don't know much about the camera on this guy. Do I like it? Yes. I definitely think it's a fun copter. It reminds me of the SEMA X5C, but what I like about it is it's even a little bit more agile, and because of the fast yaw rate, it really is a blast to fly. Hope you enjoyed this review. If you want to check out the Tarantula, go to gearbest.com and search for Tarantula, and you'll be able to find one and order it. I will say that Ready Set Drone was provided this Tarantula by GearBest, just for disclosure, but I really do like it. I'm not just saying that. Hope you enjoyed this review. Please subscribe and leave any comments you have in the comment section. We'll talk to you soon.